Hello, everybody. This is Brother Speak of the Brother Speak podcast, and I just got through with a live stream that Supermike did on Richard Banks and his thoughts on marriage for white people, and we had a good conversation. And I thought about some of the things that he was discussing, and some of the things that you know that people believe about marriage and conflict resolutions and stuff like that. And it reminded me of this whole famous thing with Eartha Kitt and Harry Belafonte. And when I guess in her book they were saying why she dated white men, and because the black men that she wanted didn't want her. And she went to talk about Harry Belafonte, that he wasn't really serious about her, and he told her that a black woman could do nothing for him where he wanted to go. And, that turned a lot of people on Harry Belafonte. Whether we believe it's true or not, it just sounds like something a black man in that situation would do. Now, I always look at it the other way. It's that the men that she wanted, keyword she wanted, didn't want her. But she wasn't willing to date down, maybe date a black male businessman or something like that who's making money. She wouldn't want to date him, but she wanted to date a celebrity, someone in her field. And of course, she up there dating white dudes, and it helped her career. So she eventually did the same thing that Harry did. But we got mad at Harry because of, which was probably some truth to what he was saying. I just think that a lot of people didn't want to hear that, especially at the time in the 50s. Now, you push it to 2022, I, a black man now can be married to a black woman and still great heights in Hollywood, reach great heights in Hollywood. But back then, it's probably not the case. You have to play the game. Now, whether I agree or disagree with Harry Belafonte, I could see what he was saying, but I could also see that she didn't want to date down, and it goes back to what we're talking about with Richard Banks, that a lot of women don't want to date down because when they think of dating down, they think of dating bums and guys who ain't got nothing. Because at the end of the day, a lot of women want to stunt on their girlfriends. They want to live a lavish life instead of living a life with a man that will support them. So when you have a situation where they'll date down if it's a white guy, because again, white men have the power in this community, in this society. They'll date down with him, but for black men, they're not going to date down. They're going to date up and above. Or they do date down. They're not dating down to a different level, a lower level, where he may not be making her money, but he's making good money, but they'll date way below. Because at that point, it's not about, because if they dating up, it's about stunning. But if they dating below, it's about control. Because a lot of these relationships is really about controlling, not about having a relationship. that's going to be beneficial. So when I see when that's really my thought about that. And then when you think about the Eartha Kitt situation, I think that was part of the issue there. If she couldn't date up and be under, if he's going to be lifting her up, then it's about controlling the person below her. And either way, it was in a no-win situation. So she got to go. So this is where it goes into. Hey, Conscious Moan. Hey, Super Mike. So it goes into the whole thing of we either want to stunt or we want control. And then when we get into these relationships, it's never, as far as the black man in a celebrity role, there is no win situation, because if you criticize the black woman, you're the devil. If you date outside, you're the devil. So either way you go, you're kind of in a no win situation when it comes to celebrity. And talking about Harry Belafonte, he was kind of in a no win situation. No matter what he do, he was not going to win. So he decided the other route is, hey, I'm just going to do me, and then on the back end, go help the very people that he wanted to help, which is black people. But in the end, it wouldn't work. It's like he was in a no win situation. So it's kind of like, as a black man, especially you're a celebrity, it's just not. It's a no win. And a lot of times, because of what we went through, and that we never got that win against the white community. We never got that we conquered our oppressors. Instead, what we did, they just let the foot off, at least in appearance, as opposed to, us fighting them off and putting the foot on their neck. So that kind of trickles down to different relationships now, where we're still looked at as the lesser, and we kind of try to compensate for that instead of being men and doing the things that we need to do as men to help our communities. We're compensating for the fact that we didn't win. And so everything that we do is like an affront, because, well, you didn't win the battle and now you're just abandoning your community. And like I said, there is no win in that. You can't date whoever you want, because there's always somebody going to say that you abandoning your community. What about the community? What about? But it's not like that the community is supporting or caring. And many times they will tell the black man he got to sacrifice everything and get nothing in return. He had to sacrifice his goals, his dreams, and everything for the good of other people, because, again, you didn't win in slavery. You've been having this white man's foot in your neck forever, and you never got it off, physically and metaphorically. So to compensate for that, you have to do all kinds of stuff, and it just keeps to the point where you can't win. So what what do you do as a black man in these situations? You know, still with the happy wife, happy life, all this stuff. Stay black women, they suffered enough. You have to do everything, even buying my happy meal that's not even for their own, for the child of that man, but you're supposed to do that because you're trying to get under their good graces. But then you say, no, I'm not doing that. If I choose to do so, that's fine. But if I don't, that's fine too. Now you look at it as the bad guy. Why wouldn't you? That you want to win brownie points, but it's not about trying to win the woman over your own merit. It's you have to convince her that you're worthy. You have to convince her that you're the man that you say you are. But it's not she's earning you. She's earning your trust, your provisions, your protection. And again, that goes back to slavery because you didn't win the war. So you're in a no-win situation, whether you regular black man or whether you're a celebrity. You're still in a no-win situation. You look at Will and Jada. You look at Steph Curry and Aisha Curry. You can look at Russell and Sierra to a degree because if Russell start shaming her, he will get the same treatment as Will and Steph. In the end, you can't. It's kind of like a no-win situation, and sadly, it's not going away anytime soon. See, black women can date down. They can have millions of dollars and date down to a white dude who don't have anything, aka Lonnie Love, aka Serena Williams, and that's fine because a white man has power. Even regular black women can date down to a white bum, but they know in their mind at least they're one phone call away from getting to where he needs to be, and they will support that. Or if they don't do that, they will date a guy that they desire, a black man that they desire, but he's not worth anything. She don't respect him. She'll just date him to be dating him, and then when she gets tired of him, she just throw him away, or she buy him everything so he don't go away, turning him into a gigolo slash sugar mom, sugar baby type situation. It's a pretty sad dynamic that we have on here. But for men, I like to stress, like I said in my last stream, always get respect. Give respect, give respect, get respect. Because at the end of the day, that's all you're gonna get. All you're gonna get. Love is very fleeting. It can change at any time. Respect does not change because it's based on your abilities, your accomplishments, and your qualities. Love is just based on a feeling that you make her feel. Go for respect first, then get the love. And then you won't be in these situations. And now, even if you date out, people will still respect you regardless because you earned that. You earn their respect. Yeah, some of them might say something, but at the end of the day, they will respect you. because you earned it. Morning from hey, how you doing? Uh, I yield. So at the end of the day, I like to say to black men, earn that respect. Stop worrying about the past. Stop worrying that you will um, shame women and worry about what they're going to think. You earn their respect. And if as long as you're earning that, it does not matter. Otherwise, you're just gonna be working from the bottom, trying to please, and in the end, it's not gonna mean anything because no matter what, you're gonna get blamed. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, I'm doing fine. Just have some thoughts. So I'm about to wrap it up anyway. But anyway, thank you, Conscious Moment, for coming through. Super Mike, thank you. True Viking coming through. A yield coming through. I appreciate that. This is for Speak. I'm out. Have a good one.